So I've just got back from the post office, made myself a drink. We'll find somewhere nice to sit. I don't know where, because it's a funny light. The sun is out, and in some places it's too bright, and in other places it's too dark. Anyway, we'll sort it out, and I'll see you in a minute. Oh, that wasn't very flattering, was it? I'm in my happy place. I'm in my craft studio. It occurred to me, reading yesterday's quote from Christmas Carol, which is part of my Sherry Iris Dickensian Yuletide yarn advent. There was some quotes about food, and last week I went with the lady that I knitted the amber shawl for to Coventry Market, Coventry Indoor Market. She'd been raving about how lovely the produce was there, and I've just got a little bit of footage. It's really bright and colourful. I'll just stick this in for you now.
I can see the attraction actually. It wasn't for me. It's always the same as
I've got my friends with me. I've been installing the churches of the market for a while.
So I bought 2 bulbs of garlic for £1, big fat bulbs, and I bought 4 pomegranates for £1.20. They were quite small. I haven't used them yet. I might use them in a salad actually. Anyway, let's start with the festive knitting pattern of the day, and I've got this festive stocking by Lion brand yarn. It's another free pattern, and the snowflakes on it are duplicate stitch. I think it calls for a bulky weight yarn. Let me just check. Just hold on a minute. It says skill level. Skill level is easy. Stockinette stitch, stocking stitch, worked in the round, and it's 1 piece, short row heel, and it's another free pattern if I didn't mention that already. The actual images do show a Christmas tree and a reindeer, but I did look at the pattern. I went to the Lion brand yarn website, and I couldn't see charts for the reindeer and the Christmas tree, but I guess you could use any chart that you've got that's of a festive nature. If you've got any old Arne and Carlos bits and pieces, they would fit nicely. And I have to say, I find duplicate stitch quite difficult. You could do it as stranded colour work if you were able to. So that is my free pattern of the day. What am I wearing today? I don't know whether I can do this without unplugging my microphone. I'm wearing a, for me, quite a chunky knit sweater, and it's a very old Louisa Harding pattern from this collection, the Venezia. I didn't use the yarn that was called for. I used Rico Essentials Merino, and it is very pilly. It was a cheap yarn. I think I got it from the Wool Warehouse. I'll leave a link down below. The actual yarn that's called for is Cashmere Aran from Louisa Harding. If she still does it, because she was part of the designer yarns brand, wasn't she? And I have a feeling that they went bust. But the actual pattern is called Tre Archi, which I think is 3 arches, and it's got a very nice cable and lace pattern on the cuff, and then it's kind of expanded on the hem. It's slightly A-line. I can't remember what size I did. I'll tell you a funny story about this yarn. I bought a load. It would have been, let me see, 20, let me think, with 2023, so 2018, 2016 or thereabouts, I bought a load of this Rico Essentials yarn to knit a blanket for my daughter to go away to university, my eldest daughter. She's 25 now. And I merrily started knitting it, and I put part of the yarn away somewhere and I couldn't find it. And I thought, oh well, never mind, I'll knit myself a jumper with what's left, because I haven't got enough to do the blanket. So she never had her blanket. I think that might be something that might be quite nice to do for all of my children, is knit an heirloom blanket of some description. Yeah, but what else can I tell you? Oh yes, I did a treatment on my hair this morning, and I think it's certainly feeling a little bit softer than it was. And I used this Philip Kingsley elasticizer, which came in a Marks and Spencer's goodie bag in the summer. Every summer they do a thing where if you spend, I think this year it was £30 online or £60, you could get a beauty bag for £30, which has allegedly got £160 worth of beauty goodies in it. Anybody that watches me on my other channel knows that I'm not really that bothered about looking after myself. I think I need to now, because my skin is terrible and I am looking like an old lady now. But I got one last year and I was very impressed with it. This year, not so much. There weren't very many full-sized products in it. Some good brands. One of the things that was full-size, I think, was Clinique Dramatically Different. Is it Dramatically Different moisturiser? It's the one that comes in the little yellow tube like that. But I think I did a video. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. Anyway, we've done the free knitting pattern of the day. Let's have a little look and see what today's that might be the thumb today. What do you think? Let's see what today's yarn is. Ooh, I might have that later. Blackberry and raspberry fruit tea infusion. Excellent. Let's have a look at the story. I love Sherry's yarn advent. I do need to try and be not so profligate next year, but I think I am going to treat myself. I can't remember who I was watching. I think it might have been By the Lakeside Vlogmas. She's got 4 yarn advents. 4! I know she might have been gifted a couple because she's a very prolific podcaster, knitting podcaster. But I mean, they're on average a lot of money. So she spent a lot of money. I can't afford to spend a lot of money. Oh, it's all right. The every woman's here. She's gone next door. Bless her. She's here every day, either with stuff for number 50 or stuff for number 46. Hardly ever anything for me. Anyway, December the 6th. Arthur was patiently listening to Howard's pitch of having The Holly and the Ivy as the finale song for this year's celebration on Christmas Eve. They were in the old sycamore tree at the bottom of the garden of nearby Foxglove Cottage, and Arthur could see Copperfield perched on the kitchen windowsill, peeking in. Inside the cottage, Florence was learning how to make tea. She was growing up quickly and stood watching her mother, Beth, carefully fill the pot. Florence wanted to be able to make her Papa a pot of tea for when he finished work and came to sit with her in the ingle nook, ready to hear all the news of the day. She was enjoying the build-up to Christmas Day and had been so excited to help Beth make the plum pudding. Out of the corner of her eye, Beth spotted the little rabbit and remembered the year he had fallen in their pond. They'd warmed him up and dried him off before he scuttled away again into the nearby woodland. He seemed always to be close by now, and Beth found herself very fond of him, as they all were. Outside, Howard was fluffing up his chest and about to give his rendition of the carol Arthur knew when he was beaten. And then the quote from A Christmas Carol today is, "In half a minute, Mrs. Cratchit entered, flushed but smiling proudly with the pudding, like a speckled cannonball, so hard and firm, blazing in half a quarters. I can't even read that. Half a quartern of ignited brandy, and bedight with Christmas holly stuck into the top. Oh, a wonderful pudding. I've never heard that word before, bedight. Bedight with Christmas holly, I guess adorned, topped with Christmas Harry. Half a quartern of ignited brandy. So a quarter of a pint, half of a quarter. I don't know what a quartern is. Some Victorian thing. Oh, a wonderful pudding. Now, do you know, my children don't really like Christmas pudding, and my husband's not that bothered about it. I really like it, and we have one every year, and I cook it. I have made them in the past, but usually go for Aldi, specially selected, because they get a good write-up. Yeah, and it goes to waste. I have made Christmas pudding ice cream with leftover Christmas pudding, so I think I'm just going to get a small one for this year. Anyway, shall we have a look? Kind of goes with today's tea. Look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. You've got little bits of copper in it. Very mauvey raspberry colours. Oh, I need to find something really nice to do with these yarn advents of Sherry Irises. I've got Habitation Throw earmarked for one of them. I think what I'm going to do in the new year, or even between Christmas and New Year, that kind of quiet time, I'm going to lay the 3 out in colour order, in day order, because I've kept them in their boxes and in their bags with the day in. And I'm just going to have a look and see what the colours are like and whether they all go together. So if I've got 2 that kind of complement each other, and I'm sure they will, I could do something really big with one of them, like a really nice big blanket. I'm not going to hold the yarn double or anything, but anyway, I need your help, guys. I need your help. Let's put those back in there. I am quite close to, I think I'm currently on 765 subscribers or something like that. Do you know, I would love it by the new year to be on 800 subscribers. So please help me grow this channel by sharing it. If you're a YouTuber, I'd love a little shout out on your channel. And please tell me in the comments where you are from. Please engage with me on this channel. I will answer your comments, I promise you, and I would definitely give a thumbs up and a heart to show that I've read your comments. But comment down below, where are you from? What crafts do you like? Just comment. It really, really helps the YouTube algorithm. Oh, I can't say it. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And there's more of you watch than comment. And I had 8,500 of you in video 1. And obviously we knew that wasn't going to last. But where have you all gone? Please come back. I will be back tomorrow with another mad Vlogmas. Take care, everybody. Bye now.